Today we have Les Parsons, the organizer of the Bonnyville Terry Fox Run, and he is here today to talk about what's going to be happening at the Terry Fox Run and why he cares so much about this great event. And so, Les, I'll start with that. Why is the Terry Fox Run so important to you, and why are you helping promote it for Bonnyville as well as the surrounding Lakeland area?
Well, Thomas, it's personal. 16 years ago, I was in top shape, coaching some Olympic caliber athletes in cross country skiing, cross country running. It was just before Thanksgiving. I was living in Quebec City and coaching at the time. I felt kind of rough. Passed out, went to the doctor. Long story short, he said, "You've got, some serious tumors in your stomach and possibly your liver." So I went into the hospital. A few days later, they pulled out my whole stomach and half my liver, and so it was personal. You hear family members and friends who get cancer, but when it's that a close call of a death, then it's personal. The other part of it is I'm the same age as Terry Fox. I was at university with all my buddies. Every night in residence, we'd sit around and have a beer and watch this guy, hobble across Canada. And we were super inspired. And even for a bunch of 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old guys, we were really, really saddened when he died. Like it just shook us to the core because he was becoming our hero. Like we're like, man, we couldn't run a marathon with two legs, and this guy's doing it on one. So it's a double-edged personal thing for me.
And then Bonnyville, of course, is having their own Terry Fox run. Why don't you tell me a little bit about each of the runs that are running? Because they're not only going to be on Thursday, there's also going to be a few runs running throughout this weekend.
So right across Canada, the typical day is this year, September 18th. There'll be thousands of Terry Fox runs across the country. I helped organize it the last couple of years during COVID, so the numbers are really low. But the other factor was a lot of people aren't available on Sunday at 1 o'clock. People have different schedules with their families, their works, and things. So I thought, why not run a few options? So this year we've got four different options for the Terry Fox run on. Thursday, we've got a Terry Fox run right at the Jesse Lake Park. I'm just going to make sure I got my right detail for this because I don't want to mislead anybody. But yeah, so Thursday at between 4 o'clock and 6:30, we're meeting at the Jesse Lake Splash Park. You can show up anytime. And we're going to run two different trails at the same time. Some people are going to follow the traditional Jesse Lake walking path, which is a beautiful paved trail that goes along Jesse Lake. And then I've created a Jesse Lake tree trail that winds its way through these monster giant trees along Jesse Lake. So that'll be the options for Thursday. And then we're doing the same thing on Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. That's a typical Terry Fox run. And this is open to people with wheelchairs, dogs, strollers, bikes, walkers, joggers, runners. In the past, it was a 10-kilometer run. Now it's just as many kilometers as you want and just a participation thing. And then because I traveled the same tough trail as Terry Fox, I would run a Terry's tough trail, and that'll be on Saturday out at Murray Lake at the MD Park. And they've got a beautiful campground out there with incredible trails. So they follow the Murray Lake cross country ski trails. So between 9 and 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, we're running Terry's Tough Trail. It's a cross-country running trail, ski trail, lots of uphills and downhills. It's a beautiful wide path. It goes all through the forest. There's lots of hills on it. So it'll be more an adventure, a hike for families, a jogger, run people that want to do a bit of more of a run or a race. But it's really about participation. So we've given people four options, hoping they can make one of those opportunities.
Thank you so much for all the information about all the Terry Fox runs that will be happening in and around the Lakeland and Bonnyville area.
And we encourage people to come from any community to join us. They can go to the Terry Fox Run website, click on a sponsorship sheet. They can just show up and pay a loony, a toonie, $5, whatever, every dollar matters. So that's what we're doing, is providing hope for people who've had cancer.